Scary story time on how I believe my hotel room is like semi-haunted. Let me stop. This is my favorite glue ever. Okay, y'all, get your money's worth and what? Let it drain. I hate to say it like this, but I believe I brought them here, y'all. I believe I personally brought them here. So it all started at this lake that I went to. The first time that I had gotten in the lake, I didn't feel anything. I didn't have a weird feeling. And then the second time I got into the lake, I had the weirdest feeling. Like, I can't tell you, but it was so weird. And I was like, you know what? I want to get out this lake. Like, it's not a good feeling. So then I ended up going to the beach. Oh, this activates like almost instantly. But I ended up going to the beach, right? And I'm not going to say I had the same feeling at the beach, but it was like semi the same, right? The salt water was beating me up. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3 uppercut, okay? And I look like this because I'm filming a bedrock video on YouTube, Anne-Marie TV 2823. So yeah, the salt water was beating on my eyes. I'm like, okay, like it's time for me to go. Like I don't even want to be in this water no more. So then on the way back, I ended up falling asleep. And when I fell asleep, I had a dream of like this man drowning. It was like I was trying to help him, but I couldn't help him. Like I couldn't do anything about it. And I promise y'all this is real. Like I'm not making this up. I think I put too much activator, but yeah. So I had a dream about a man like you know, drowning. And then like I had woken up and I didn't even know how to react. Like I didn't scream when I woke up. I was just like staring off into the distance because I was like, what did I just like, you know, see? So I'm just thinking it's me because whenever I get into a body of water, I'm always thinking like the worst situations because of anxiety. Oh my God. Because of anxiety, right? So I'm thinking the worst already. And please open nails, don't fail me. Okay, so I'm like, okay, like this is weird, but whatever. I had brushed it off. So I make it back home, and about like I said, about like a day later or whatever, I ended up having a dream again. But this time this dream took place in the nighttime. So the dream goes like this. There was 3 men and I witnessed them all like drown. Like I witnessed them all drown, and they were like not looking. I'm getting goosebumps. They were like looking at me without looking at me, and it was like I was trying to help them, but I could not help them. So I was like, this is so weird. And mind you, they were drowning at the places that I had been. So they drowned at the lake. One of them drowned at the lake. No, 2 of them drowned at the lake, and then the other one drowned at the beach. So I had searched up, like when I had woke up, I had got the weirdest feeling. So something had told me like go search up like how many people had like unalived in this lake. Yeah, goosebumps. I literally searched up like how they drowned and everything or whatever, and I literally read about like the news article about how 2 people had drowned, more than 2, but like the 2 specific people that I had a dream about, they had drowned in the said lake. Hey, so I explained the timeline insane, so let me try to like re-explain so it can make more sense. The first time that I had went to the lake, I had a grand time. It was really fun. I had no feeling of uncomfortableness. The second time I went to the lake was like 2 to 3 days later, and that's when I got in. It felt super weird. I felt super uneasy, and then on the way back to the room, so leaving the lake, on the way back to the room, that's where I had that dream of the man drowning when I was sleeping in the car. And then 3 days later, we had went to the beach, okay? You still with me? We went to the beach, and then like that night, I had a dream about the men, again, drowning. And then when I had woke up from that dream, I searched it up. Yeah, I'm sorry. And then one of the men had drowned in the ocean. Yeah, and I was so spooked, and I literally just like went under the covers, and I was so scared. Honestly, I have to add my arch nemesis because this slime is not loosening up. So we're adding instant snow. Yeah. I wish that it just ended there and that was the end of it, and yeah, no. Like I said, it starts with the freaking dreams. So after I had those dreams or whatever, like before I had even told anyone about the dream, the very next day, my family said that they were like seeing people in like the room, and I was like what type of people? And they were like men, like they were seeing like 2 men, like shadows of men, like they don't know what it's about, but they kept seeing men. I was like, what the crap? Like, y'all, at this point, I'm getting goosebumps, but I don't want to tell them because it's like, maybe it's my fault that they're here or whatever. And the very last thing of it, the radio turns on at the, like, out of nowhere. It just flickers on in the middle of the night, and it spooked the crap out of me. And so the next day I had told, like, my family, I was like, I had this dream about these men, and they were like, so you're the one who brought them here. So ever since I had those dreams, I haven't seen them, but I'm not gonna say I haven't, but like I've seen like maybe somewhat of a shadow, but like I can't even tell you if it's just my imagination, but like my family has seen them for sure. So yeah, y'all, the slime is loosening up a bit. I just wanted to loosen up. I think I put too much activator. I even added more glue and it just doesn't wanna work. I'm gonna get this slime to loosen up, but something that I cannot take accountability for, this is like instant snow, is the one thing that I have seen is a silhouette of a little girl. Like, that's something that I have seen. It's like she wants to play, but like, oh, I'm scared. Y'all, I have not learned my lesson with cloud slime. I don't think I ever will learn my lesson. Like, this stuff is so freaking messy, and I continue to do it. So I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what that means, because I've seen that and I didn't have no idea. And y'all, I wish I was lying, but I wasn't. Like, I'm not lying. I would not lie about something like this. It freaked me the crap out when I had first seen it. Yeah, I'm trying to activate this, y'all. But yeah, what do y'all think of it? I'm gonna activate this and then I'm gonna come back to y'all, or reactivate this and then I'm gonna come back to y'all, because this is just too messy. I think I'm actually successfully making cloud slime. And I wasn't even intending to make cloud slime this time, and the slime smells like amazing, but I somehow, some way, I think adding the glue like helped like mix everything together. Okay, y'all, look, I think I successfully did it. I think I did. I successfully like finally made cloud slime, because I don't think my last video, I don't think that was successful. Like, I don't think that was successful enough. All right, y'all, I actually accomplished making cloud slime. I cannot believe it, but I did. Period. Go check out my YouTube channel. I just hit 5,000 subscribers. Scary story time while I fix store-bought slime sent in by my supporters. Disclaimer, y'all, this is not my story. It was sent in by a supporter, and this slime is called Rainbow Sherbet, and it's from the Dollar Tree. Jumping into it, you got this girl named Savannah. Now, oh, it smells good. Now, yeah, for this summer, Savannah decided she was going to go on a camping trip with her brother and some of his friends. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, anyway, now for some reason they decided that they wanted to go camping in the middle of freaking nowhere. Why? I don't know. They're gonna be camping on a mountain, so they had to take so they had to take this trail to get to the camping area, y'all. But for some reason, the trail that they were trying to go on was completely blocked, so they had to kind of go around the trail. Never do that, y'all. If the trail is blocked, go home. Now, Savannah's brother was like, we should go home. Like, we should go home. And Savannah and his friends was like, nah, like, we not gonna go home. Like, stop being boring. Like, we already made it all the way out here. Like, no, we camping here. Now, me personally, I'm with the brother. I'm going home. I'll pick y'all up tomorrow. Now, after like an hour or two of walking, they could not find the camping area. So one of the brother's friends suggested them to just camp right there and then head back in the morning. Now, Savannah's brother, he still ain't having it. He like, y'all, I got a bad feeling. Like, I think we should go. Like, I don't like this. And, you know, they calling him a wuss. They still calling him a wuss, whatever. So they all decide to set up camp. They setting up camp at this point. You know, they're getting comfortable. They're eating hot dogs, telling stories, whatever. Now, they end up, like, going to sleep. Savannah and her brother share a tent. And at around, like, 2:45 in the morning, Savannah hears her brother outside of the tent calling, like, saying, come here, Savannah. Like, come here. Like, I need your help. And at first, I just got goosebumps. But at first, she's like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you calling me? Like, what? So she gets up and she opens the tent, half awake. She opens the tent and she's like, bro, where are you? Like, what are you doing? And she hears her brother say it again, like, come here. Like, I need you. I'm by the tree. I need your help. So she opens her eyes and that's when she sees her brother facing, like, his back is facing her. So she can't even see her brother's face. She just sees his back. I have freaking goosebumps. Can y'all see that? I hate that feeling. She just sees like his back facing her. So she's like, what are you doing? Like, you know, because she's still thinking this is her brother. And then like maybe like 2 minutes of having conversation with whatever that was, her brother is still in the tent with her. And he goes, what are you doing? And she's like, like she literally freezes. And he's like, bro, like, are you good? And she's like, so she looks back at her brother and then turns around to look at like him outside. He's not there anymore, y'all. And from there, problems just started to arise. Everybody is up at this point, and you just hear like everyone's just like confused, asking what is going on. And so Savannah goes like, if you hear me call you, I'm in my tent. Do not answer. That is not me. Like, that's not me. So, like 30 minutes later, Savannah's brother's friend, he's having a full-fledged conversation with whoever he's talking to. Because at this point, whatever it is like shape-shifting into them. But it never shows its face. It's always like turned the other side, the other way. Savannah in the tent is just trying to convince everybody to stay in their tent. Just like lock up the tent, just stay awake until morning, and they're out of there. At this point, day is breaking. It's like 6 a.m, and they finally leave the tent, and they see one of their friends just shaking like backwards and forth. Obviously, like not all the way there. They literally had to force him to get up to make it back to the car. And you would think, okay, that's it. They had a crazy night. They were lost in the woods because they didn't stay on the trail. I think that this is the best this slime is gonna get. I mean, it's a little more stretchy, and I mean, it's definitely not pokey. So they're literally lost, and they don't make it to the car. They don't make it to their car until about like 9:30. Remember, they woke up and started moving around like 6:30, and they didn't make it into their car until like 9:30. They were all freaked out, disoriented. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Anyways, they were all freaked out. That's all we gotta say. And yeah, they never went on a trip to the mountains again. And then when they made it back into the car to look where they were at, they couldn't find it on the map. They couldn't find it on the satellite, the map, Google Maps. They couldn't find it nowhere. So God knows where they was at. Like, only God knows. Safe to say, this is why I don't go camping. And if I ever was to go camping, it would be in my backyard. What y'all think about this slime? Y'all think I fixed it? I don't know. I feel like it's definitely more stretchy, but it just doesn't poke. And it still smells really good. Like, scary story times while I fix store-bought slime sent in by my supporters. Y'all, I don't know why, but this story time freaks me out the most because this is crazy. I got this slime from the Dollar Tree, and like always, this story is not mine. It was sent in by a fan. Can't tell you if it's real or not. So this girl, her name was Oakley. She was 19 years old, and she moved 3 states. Hold up. She moved 3 states over near where her boyfriend was. I said hold up because it is like, yeah, anyways. No, I hate the ones that are like this. Oh my gosh, it smells okay though. I don't know. Now, the apartment that she moved into was very much old and outdated, okay? So safe to say the rent was cheap, and that she had no problem with it because the rent was cheap. Since she's 19, this is a new state. She was basically doing everything with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend would come over for like, a couple days at a time, but he would always go back to his place. They did not live together. It was cool. Now, very quickly, homegirl started to notice that her stuff was going missing because, for one, she was a broke college student. So stuff like dishes, soap, all that, you're going to notice that when you ain't got money for it. At first, she was thinking, hey, like, my boyfriend, he be coming over here, so he probably takes it or whatever. So she gets on the phone with him, and she's like, hey, have you seen this? And he's like, no. And she's like, you could just tell me if you took it. He's like, I didn't take it. I have my own stuff. Like, I wouldn't take your stuff. And she's like, okay, suspicious. I just genuinely hate overreacted slime. Like, so now she really thinking like, maybe it's me, maybe I'm just like misplacing stuff. Like, I'm gonna pay attention from now on. Now, ever since she started to keep track of everything, nothing went missing. And then like 2 months later, it started to go missing again. So she's like, bro, what the crap is going on? Like, this is weird. Like, I know my boyfriend isn't taking it. Like, this is strange. Keep in mind, the stuff that's going missing is dishes, soap, socks, like things around the house that she needs. Now, a couple of months back, she started to hear weird noises in the middle of the night. Sounded like somebody was walking around, and this started to freak her out. Cause y'all, this is a old house in the middle of Virginia. Like, 9 times out of 10 it's haunted. Well, not house, apartment, but hey. Now, this goes on for days, and it's getting to the point to where it's really freaking her out. Remember, this is a couple months back. So she hits up her boyfriend. She's like, I think I'm going to get cameras for this house. Like, this is weird, strange stuff is happening. And so she's like calling her boyfriend for advice, and he's just like, don't do it. Like, I think you should just wait it out. I think that it's just an old house. Old houses make weird noises. Man, no they don't. Anyways, he's basically talking her out of the idea of getting cameras. He's adamant on it, but then she kind of folds and she's like, you're right, I don't have any money, like, you know, whatever. So it's months later now, okay? So fast forward into the future. At this point, I just feel like I can't fix these slimes. Like, calming myself down. Anyways, yeah, so it's a couple months later. The sounds are still going on. Things are still going missing. So she's like, that's it, I'm getting cameras. Now, she does not tell her boyfriend that she's getting cameras, because she knew that he would end up like talking her out of it, so she just doesn't tell him. She sets the cameras up, and for the first like week or two, she doesn't see nothing. Like, nothing's out of the ordinary. Everything's normal. She's like, is it really just me? Like, is it all in my head? Was it me or was it all in my head? Anyway, I think that's how the lyrics go. Now, it's the third week, y'all. She hasn't checked the cameras yet. She starts to hear walking around. Like, she starts to hear things moving, and she's like, oh my gosh, like, there's a ghost in this house. Like, without a doubt, there's a ghost in my house. The next day, she's like, I can't do this anymore. She takes the camera footage, and she leaves her house. She goes to, like, a coffee shop. She's reviewing the camera footage, y'all. Now, the day before she came home, she was at work. And she literally sees her boyfriend bringing in like these two people who look homeless, and she sees them, she sees him bring them into like this corner off camera, and they just disappear and he walks out. At this point, she's shocked because, for one, why is her boyfriend up in her house, and why is her boyfriend up in her house with two other people? Who are these people? She's thinking he finna cheat on her. No, much worse. She's like, okay, like, she's seen her boyfriend leave. Y'all, she don't see these two people leave. Mind you, it's two men. She don't see them leave. It's two grown men in her house. And she looking through the camera footage. They're not leaving. They're not gone. They just been in that corner from the time her boyfriend brought them in up until now. At this moment, she's so scared. So she calls the cops. She's like, there's people in my house. I have footage. Like, I don't want them in my house. Get them out of there. The police obviously are like, are you sure? She's like, yes. Like, I can't, I don't know if it's a break-in, but like, there's people in my house. Y'all, this is a fail. Anyways, there's people in my house. So basically, what was happening without her knowledge, y'all? Okay, so basically, she finds out where they were hiding, and they were hiding in this old, spare, hidden room. She had no idea. It was like this, like, door that was like a corn line door, and you literally had to crawl through to get to it, and it's like this open room, and people were literally staying in there. So she finds out that her boyfriend was paying men to stay in her house, like, just so they can hear her sleep and take pictures of her. Yeah, her boyfriend, the boyfriend she moved 3 states over for, was paying grown men to sleep in her house. That's why I say this one is probably like the scariest one for me, because just imagine, like, you have no idea what's going on in your home. You feel like you're absolutely crazy. Things are going missing, like your dishes, soap, your clothes, and you come to find out your boyfriend is literally paying people to take stuff like that. Like, you're crazy. Anyways, y'all, why does this low-key look like a steak or like some type of meat or a tongue? Like, this is a fail, and it stinks. It smells like they tried to make it smell like chocolate, but it stinks. Anyways, y'all, bye. Scary story time, Appalachian Mountains, while I try to reactivate this store-bought slime. P.S. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Like, I really been searching up how to pronounce that word. Lighting is trash, but ew, like, y'all, it's so gooey. Anyways, this story time takes place in the Appalachian Mountains, and it was sent in by a supporter. Now, like always, disclaimer, I can't tell y'all if this is real or not. It was sent in to me. So Layla and her boyfriend decided to rent a cabin in the Appalachian Mountains, or at least near it. Get your money's worth, and what? Let it drain. She knew little to nothing about the place that she was going, because her boyfriend was the one that rented the cabin. Now, where they were going, again, why do people do this? I don't know. They were going in the middle of nowhere with no Wi-Fi, just straight remote. The best way to put it. It was for their anniversary, so she thought it was just like a cute little thing. Now, her boyfriend was like, have you ever heard the creepy stories about the Appalachian Mountains? And she was like, man, that's just, man, that ain't real. It ain't real, you know? Layla wasn't the type of person to believe in ghost stories, anything that had to do with spirits or the supernatural. She didn't believe in it. Now, like always, the first couple of nights were fine. They had rented the cabin for a week, and the first 3 nights, there were no issues. Now, the fourth night, that was where the problems came in at. Okay, sorry. Now, Layla woke up at 2:58 in the morning. She heard 2 knocks. She has no idea where they were coming from, but she heard it. Also, following the second knock, I'm getting goosebumps. She heard whistling. Now, if y'all don't know anything about them scary stories about the mountains, don't ever, when it gets night, you're not supposed to be outside. She tried to wake her boyfriend up. His name is Josh, by the way, but he was knocked out cold. So she went to go see who was knocking this late at night when all of a sudden she got goosebumps all over her body. And it was just like something stopping her from going to go check out whatever she heard. Now, she went back to bed. She was completely freaked out, but you know, she brushed it off, as they always do. But she brushed it off. Now, the next night, she heard the same thing. She gets up, she gets goosebumps all over her body, and she gets this urge to lay back down, so that's what she does. But on the, what is it, like the 6th night at this point, she's like, no, like I have to get up. I need to check out what it is. Now, she followed where the knocks were coming from, and they were coming from the window. Now, when she looked out of the window, y'all, it was pitch black. It was just straight woods, and she kept hearing whistling. Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps. Can y'all see that? And it was just like something drawing her outside, basically. And then as she went to go close the window, she heard her name from outside, and it was her boyfriend calling her. Oh my God. I'm literally scared right now. I'm not trying to seem like I'm doing too much, but I'm literally by myself right now. So right as she was about to go outside, her boyfriend basically like called her back to bed. She went back to bed. She brushes this off, y'all. She brushes this off. I don't know why she would when her boyfriend is in bed, but he's calling her from outside. But she doesn't believe in, you know, supernatural. I'm stuttering, but whatever. The next night, okay, her boyfriend is up this night. He hears the knocks, and he's like, are these the knocks that you've been hearing? And she was like, yeah, you know, but I don't think it's anything. It's probably like old pipes or, you know, a cat. I don't know why people who don't believe in ghosts just make up the most craziest things, but yeah, that's what she told him. He was like, girl, no. Do you know where we are? Now, y'all, the knocks are driving her completely crazy. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And she's like, I have to investigate. Like, I can't take this anymore. Now, she gets out of bed. Her boyfriend is like not all the way asleep. He's like half asleep. So right as she's about to open the window, y'all, she sees a man, like just straight in the distance, a man. And she gets spooked out by this, obviously. And the man is like calling her name in a familiar voice. And it's like drawing her in, and it starts whistling. Now, she about to walk to the front door to go investigate, because she over here in her head, she literally writes and says, I thought that he needed help. Honey, no. Right as she was about to open the door, her boyfriend stops her and goes, so what are you doing? And she's like, there's a man outside. He was calling my name. He was whistling like he needs my help. He was probably whistling to get my attention for help, or our attention for help. And her boyfriend is looking at her like she's crazy, and he's like, that's it, we're going home. And she's like, what's wrong? Like, what's your issue? He was like, no, we're going home. So they wait till the next day, obviously morning. They get in the car, they drive home. They didn't even finish their stay, y'all. She's like, why are you acting like this? Like, you literally made us pack up all our bags in the middle of the night. We're leaving today. We didn't even get to finish our stay. Like, what's going on with you? And he tells her, you've never heard any of the tales of the Appalachian Mountains. Like, you think things are like supernatural isn't real, but there's some places that you just don't mess with for real. And she's like, bro, like I told you, like none of that stuff is real. And he goes on to tell her, if you were outside, you would no longer be here. And she's talking about what are you talking about? He says that man wasn't a real person. That was a hallucination. Because keep in mind, he was hearing it, but he knew to ignore it because he knew the stories. He kind of knew the area. Why would he bring his girlfriend who doesn't believe in supernatural in a place like this? I have no idea. But this kind of freaks her out a little bit because now that she thinks about it, it was literally driving her mad. Like, it was drawing her to the freaking window, drawing her to the door. And right as she's about to open the door to go outside, it was just like everything was quiet. Like, there was no bugs, there was no nothing, no noise. And so ever since that day, she's believed in supernatural a tiny bit. Again, y'all, I can't tell y'all if these stories are real. They were sent into me. You could probably find these stories on the internet somewhere. I have no idea. Stop trying to clock me for saying, oh, I've heard this story before. It was sent into me, okay? Oh, okay, bye. Scary story time while I fix this Hello Kitty store-bought slime. I think it's Appalachian Mountains. Don't clock me. Okay, y'all, so there was this man, and his name is Noah, right? And him and his family lived in like the western of North Carolina, deep in the middle of nowhere. I'm guessing near them scary mountains, I guess. Okay, y'all, this is Hello Kitty charm that I wanted to show y'all. I might start sending y'all these store-bought slimes if y'all want. So growing up near them creepy mountains that everybody is always talking about, they all had this one specific rule. If you hear whistling outside, don't you dare pay attention to it. Don't move, don't look for the noise, just Just act like you don't exist. Now, obviously, it's that one person that be like, like I don't really care. Ooh, this slime. Ooh, this slime smell good. Ooh, I don't think I have to do much fixing, y'all. And Noah didn't really believe in all that scary crap up until last October. Y'all, this slime don't really need to be fixed, so I'm just gonna add the other stuff in it. Yeah. Now, y'all, one afternoon, Noah decided that he was gonna go hunting. Now, at this time, it was like, you know, maybe 4, maybe 3 o'clock. And he's like, yep, I'm gonna go. I don't wanna make a mess, so I put it in here and it's still making a mess. Now, while he was hunting, he kind of lost track of time and it got dark pretty quickly. Now, Noah, he knew the woods like the back of his hand. Like, he knew it better than his own house. But when it turned nighttime, basically said he was lost. Y'all thought I forgot? Get your money's worth in what? Let it drain. I just haven't been able to do it that much because I'm not making the slime, but I'm gonna start making slime again myself. Now, he felt extremely uneasy because, you know, usually in the woods, you start to hear noises. You start to hear maybe frogs. I don't know what people hear in the woods because I don't be in them. But Noah said there wasn't a noise. There wasn't even a cricket. Everything was just scarily quiet. Y'all, look at my cat. Her name is Miko. I'm just letting y'all know, if y'all hear meowing, it's her. She finna go back in her cage and she do not like it. Oh, Noah was like, yeah, y'all not finna get me. So he decided to walk the path that he knew, but he felt like he was only going deeper into the freaking woods. And then he heard it, a whistle. Not just one, but 3 whistles on the left side of his body. And he immediately froze because you wanna know something? Now, something that he was told years ago dawned in his head. If I ever get trapped in the Appalachian mountains in the middle of the night and I hear a whistle, don't move. So he didn't. He immediately did not move. He stopped. He stopped his tracks. And then guess what? He heard it in the front of him. He heard it in the back of him. He heard it on the side of him, y'all. Now, when he heard the first whistle, he initially thought that it was somebody calling for their dog. And then it dawned on him what, you know, his grandma told him. Now, he had been standing there for at least 10 to 15 minutes before he was like, okay, it's gone. Maybe I should try to move now. Just as he was about to move, y'all, he feels something like maybe like 5 feet away from him, behind him, whistle right in his ear. No. 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 He made the right decision by not looking back. So he just decided to slowly walk down the path that he came from. Y'all, when he go home, he immediately runs to his grandma. Now, keep in mind, he's sweating, he's pale. He looks like he just seen a ghost because technically God knows what he's seen. His grandma like, what's wrong with you? And then she literally looks at his face and she could tell. She go, mm-hmm. And he tells the grandma everything that happened. And then she goes, quotes on quotes, it tried to see if you were new. It loves to test the new ones, but you passed the test. Grandma, what do you know that I don't, Grandma? What is it? Noah, he stopped going outside, y'all. After 3:30, yeah, he's inside of the house. That traumatized him. And y'all, honestly, what do y'all think about this slime? I think that this actually the best store-bought slime that I've had. It wasn't overactivated, you know. It's perfectly stretchy and it's cute and it smells like really freaking good. So I am going to try to do a poop. How do y'all like this slime?